Liz Corbett, the Party Hostess Diva, www.partyhostessdiva.com. I am going to show you how to mold fondant animals. To mold animals out of fondant, the most important thing you want to think about is imagining the animal and thinking about the proportions. For example, how big is the head compared to the body, and how big are the legs or tail compared to the body. So again, once you figure that out, your proportions, then you can take it from there. I have some pre-colored fondant, and this is black because we're going to make a little skunk. I'm going with kind of a forest creatures theme here. So this is going to be our body part, and I've already got it in just kind of a oval shape. This is sort of a chubby little skunk. And we're going to go for a sort of a minimal, almost cartoonish look. And you're not going for perfection, you're going for the overall effect here. If you want to look up pictures to consult with while you're working on them, that helps as well. And you want to pick out the main features of that animal and exaggerate them. And this little guy is going to be kind of sitting down on his feet, so I'm not even going to do the feet. Now we've got the little head, and again I'm starting with an oval shape, and skunks have kind of a pointy little nose. They like to get into things. And we're just going to use a little bit of water and get that right onto there. And that will harden. Just pinch a couple of little ears, just tiny little ears. Now here's the fun part. Skunks have a big fluffy tail, kind of like a squirrel. And I'm going to sort of exaggerate this one. Going for an oval shape. It's going to be a little bit thinner where it's going to join the body. I'm just going to press that right onto the end and curl it slightly. Now, it's obvious what's missing on this little guy. What makes a skunk is their white stripe. Okay, now what makes a skunk, of course, are the little stripes. And I'm actually going to remove this tail just for a second. And you want to start with the thinnest little piece up near the head, right about here. And again, consult with a photo if you want to. And your second stripe, starting in the same spot up on the forehead, pressing it down, and just press it in gently. And then we're going to put them on the tail. Going for overall effect here, and we'll reattach that tail with just a little bit of water. Now if you have difficulty keeping the bigger parts together, you can use a little piece of toothpick. And no one will be the wiser that your little skunk has had surgery. So, there you go. A couple of little eyeballs, just to give them some personality. Again, toothpicks make wonderful tools. I've got some really itty bitty little white. You can go with yellow if you want them to have little glowing eyes, green. And there you have it, a little skunk made out of fondant. Now you can get even more creative with your little skunk, and if he's happy, take the edge of any small little round item, a decorating tip works great, and just press just to define his little nose and smile. Okay, so next up for our little fondant woodland creature here, I'm going to do an owl. And I'm kind of going for a cartoonish, fun, sort of pudgy little look for this little guy. And I started with a basic oval shape, flattened it on one end, and of course I'm using a pre-colored brown fondant. And I've just got the tiniest little triangle ears here. And your next step is you want to have maybe an alternate color. I'm kind of going for sort of natural colors here on the belly part of the owl. So a little bit of water and just kind of guess right about where that's going to go. So I'm going to put that right on the front. And to do some little feet, I've just got some orange fondant in kind of a half circle shape, and with a toothpick or even a knife, just ever so gently press, kind of to give a little toes impression on your little guy. I'm just going to dab a little bit of water and give this guy some feet. Press them right on there to get a feather effect on the front of your owl. I'm just going to use the smaller end of a large piping tip, and you want to make this look like feathers. So I'm only pressing in about half of the tip, and I'm making almost like a little smile shape. Just gently pressing in, and go in rows and try to alternate the shape above it. So kind of going in every other space. Your little guy needs a beak. We're going to apply that right about here with some orange fondant. And of course some big googly eyes. Now you can purchase these most anywhere where they sell cake decorating supplies. These are pre-made candy eyeballs, and they are fantastic to have on hand for making little animals, fun little projects. And I am going to just make a little impression to have those sit in, and this little guy will be able to look around. And these are edible, of course, they are candy. And that is how you mold fondant animals. I'm Liz Corbett, the Party Hostess Diva, www.partyhostessdiva.com, and I make your life a little sweeter.